the angel of death serial killer Beverley Allitt. Welcome, true crime enthusiasts. Today we're delving into a spine-chilling story of betrayal, deception, and unimaginable horror in the healthcare system. This is the story of Beverley Allitt, infamously dubbed the Angel of Death. What drives a caregiver to become a monster, preying on those she was sworn to protect? Brace yourselves as we explore the top 10 chilling facts about Beverley Allitt, a woman whose heinous actions in a children's hospital will leave you questioning the very nature of evil. Her story forces us to confront the terrifying reality that sometimes those in positions of trust can harbor the darkest intentions. So let's dive into the shocking details of this case and uncover the layers of horror hidden beneath her facade. Number 10. A troubled childhood. Beverley Allitt was born on October 4th, 1967, in Grantham, Lincolnshire, England. What childhood experiences shaped her into the woman who would commit such horrific acts? Growing up, Allitt faced significant emotional neglect, often overshadowed by her siblings and feeling like an outsider within her own family. From an early age, she exhibited troubling behavior, including bouts of attention-seeking and self-harm. These formative years laid the groundwork for a psyche craving validation in the most twisted of ways, foreshadowing her dark future. The seeds of her later actions were sown early on, as a cry for help morphed into a sinister drive for notoriety through violence. Number 9. A nurse with a dark secret. Allitt pursued a career in nursing, hoping to find purpose and recognition in the medical field. What would happen when her ambition turned into a deadly obsession? Despite her initial enthusiasm, she struggled to maintain the standards expected of her, leading to complaints about her performance. Yet, her desire for attention and admiration grew, prompting her to fabricate medical crises. This insidious manipulation transformed her from a caregiver into a predator, creating a facade of competence while hiding her sinister intentions. Allitt's inability to cope with the pressures of nursing ignited a dangerous craving for control, pushing her toward a path that would forever alter the lives of countless families. Number 8. The shocking murders begin. In 1991, while working at the Grantham and Kesteven Hospital, Allitt's murderous spree began. What drove her to target innocent children? Over a span of just 59 days, she was responsible for the deaths of 4 young patients and the near-fatal harm to 9 others. Her modus operandi involved administering lethal doses of insulin and other medications, creating critical medical emergencies out of thin air. This grotesque manipulation of her patients turned a place of healing into a scene of horror as parents struggled to comprehend the unthinkable betrayal. Each child she targeted represented a new chapter in her dark legacy, further entrenching her as one of the most disturbing figures in medical history. Number 7. The unraveling of trust. Allitt's actions began to attract suspicion among her colleagues, especially as several patients mysteriously suffered life-threatening complications under her care. What happens when trust is shattered in a place meant for healing? Nurses and doctors were left grappling with their disbelief, as they could hardly fathom that one of their own could be capable of such atrocities. Whispers of suspicion spread through the hospital corridors, but the truth remained obscured by fear and disbelief. The very foundation of the medical community was shaken, as professionals were forced to confront the terrifying reality that one of their colleagues was a cold-blooded killer. This atmosphere of mistrust would only amplify the trauma experienced by the families whose children had suffered under Allitt's watch. Number 6. The investigation begins. As the death toll rose, hospital administrators finally took notice, launching an investigation into the suspicious occurrences. What evidence would ultimately uncover the chilling truth? Medical experts analyzed patient records and began to connect the dots, realizing a pattern of anomalies surrounding Allitt's shifts. The once innocent trust placed in a caregiver began to dissolve, revealing the terrifying extent of her actions. The investigation revealed that Allitt had deliberately created medical crises for her young patients, a revelation that would haunt the community for years to come. The darkness lurking beneath the surface of the hospital began to reveal itself, shedding light on a disturbing narrative that exposed the vulnerability of those who relied on her care. Number 5. The arrest of a monster. In April 1993, Allitt was arrested, facing charges for murder and attempted murder. How could a nurse turn from healer to killer? The arrest sent shockwaves through the community, forcing families to grapple with the devastating reality of their children's experiences. As the details emerged, it became clear that Allitt had exploited her position to inflict pain and suffering on the very children she was supposed to help. This revelation shattered the illusion of safety within the hospital, replacing it with an unsettling sense of betrayal that rippled through the hearts of countless families. The arrest was only the beginning of a long, drawn-out process that would force society to confront the horrors that had unfolded behind closed doors. Number 4. The chilling trial. Allitt's trial began in 1994, drawing national media attention and capturing the public's morbid fascination. What shocking revelations would surface during this chilling court case? As the proceedings unfolded, prosecutors painted a portrait of a woman driven by a need for control and attention, willing to sacrifice innocent lives for her own twisted gratification. Allitt maintained her innocence throughout the trial, claiming that she was being unfairly targeted, which only served to fuel the horror of her crimes. The courtroom became a battleground where unimaginable truths were laid bare, forcing the public to confront the depths of human depravity. As each testimony unfolded, the chilling details of her actions left a lasting imprint on those who bore witness, as the reality of her malevolence settled over the court like a heavy fog. Number 3. The verdict and sentencing. In November 1994, Beverley Allitt was found guilty of 13 counts of attempted murder and 4 counts of murder. What consequences awaited a woman who had betrayed her oath to protect life? She was sentenced to 13 life sentences, a punishment reflecting the enormity of her crimes. The verdict brought a collective sigh of relief for the families who had endured years of heartache and uncertainty. However, the lingering questions of why and how would continue to haunt those affected by her actions, leaving a legacy of trauma that would echo through generations. The harsh reality of her sentence served as a grim reminder of the impact of her choices, solidifying her legacy as one of the most notorious female serial killers in history. Number 2. The aftermath and legacy of fear. The haunting legacy of Beverley Allitt extends far beyond her arrest and conviction. How did her actions change the landscape of healthcare in the UK? The chilling events surrounding her crimes prompted widespread scrutiny of hospital protocols and increased awareness regarding patient safety. Policies were overhauled, and new regulations were put in place to prevent a similar tragedy from occurring in the future. Allitt's legacy serves as a chilling reminder of the fragility of trust within the healthcare system, forcing both patients and families to remain vigilant in the face of potential threats. The fear and uncertainty that enveloped the community in the wake of her crimes ignited discussions around the importance of oversight and accountability, ultimately shaping the future of medical care in the UK. Number 1. The continuing mystery of motivation. Even after her conviction, the question of why Beverley Allitt committed such heinous acts remains largely unanswered. What dark impulses drove her to become the angel of death? Psychological evaluations have suggested that Allitt suffered from Munchausen syndrome by proxy, a condition where a caregiver seeks attention and sympathy by fabricating or inducing illness in those they care for. This disturbing insight only adds layers to the chilling narrative surrounding her actions, raising profound questions about the nature of evil. The mystery of Allitt's motivations continues to haunt society, challenging our understanding of human behavior and the potential for darkness within us all. Her story serves as a stark reminder that even those who appear to be nurturing can harbor unfathomable depths of depravity, forcing us to confront the uncomfortable truth that evil can exist within the most trusted spaces. Thank you for joining us on this harrowing journey into the life of Beverley Allitt, the Angel of Death. If you found this story chilling, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more gripping true crime tales.